nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Sisson. Here. Zumwalt. Here. Garrell.
Here.
Huffman.
Here.
Hughes.
Present.
Garcia.
Here.
Holloway.
Here.
Kellenberger.
Here. All right, we have a quorum. One note for the public, if you looked at the agenda here, we're going to do a little moving around. We're going to move because everyone's in here for the man of the hour. Mr. Rob Carpenter, our new chief, is going to be sworn in here in a moment. And I just want to say a few words. We're so excited. I speak for the council to have Rob here. We had a very strict interview circuit. He nailed his interview. He did a wonderful job. He's got 10 plus years of experience already as a chief in Maryville. Obviously, he's got a lot of connections, and he's been very pleasant to deal with, and he's going to be a huge asset to our city. And with that said, it is time to be sworn in, my friend. Left there, Mr. Clerk.
Sure. I, Robert L. Carpenter,
I, Robert L. Carpenter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will enforce the statutes of the State of Illinois
and that I will enforce the statutes of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the City of Litchfield,
and the ordinance of the City of Litchfield,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
as Chief of Police
as Chief of Police
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God. She's struggling, but she's getting
Okay, got it. Just have to poke yourself.
all right.
Awesome. I just want to say what an honor it is to be chosen for such an important position. I want to thank, I want to let everybody know too that I will serve the citizens of Litchfield to the best of my capability. I will serve the mayor and city council with the best of my capability, and I will serve these officers as chief. I believe in teamwork. We're all one team. If things go right, we all get credit. If things go wrong, we all get credit. So, I'm a little emotional seeing the Litchfield officers that don't know me that well yet here to support me. The Maryville officers, I mean, this is overwhelming. So I just want to thank everybody that believes in me, and the officers who are now working for me, and the officers, I mean, I've heard them conversing. The officers that have worked for me, you know, I hope I have this kind of support when I retire the next time.
All right, if you came for Rob, you're more than welcome to leave. You don't stay for the whole meeting if you don't want to. Next up, we had the city report. I'll let everybody clear out and I'll go over that. How about that?
What? It's, you're logged in.
Hey, Adam. Adam.
5 plates at a time.
Totally. You got 5 hands up there.
I do, yes.
All right, so let's move on to the city report here. Things I have. The first thing I wanted to mention, this is big news for Litchfield, I don't know if you're aware. Thank you, lady, appreciate you.
This is Rob's mom.
Oh, please, take your time, you're the lady of the hour, we're happy to have your son, thank you so much. But, one thing I want to mention in the city report is we have a state champion in Litchfield again. We already have one, Mr. Sam Mazza, who won, track and field the hurdles last year. Mr. Owen Pryor, he's a sixth grader, he won the Class A State Wrestling Championship at 65 pounds. Once again, he's only a sixth grader, and I didn't know this, I'm a new mayor, I get to sign a letter to IDOT for him to have signs in Litchfield, so that's gonna be exciting, and his sign will go right next to Mr. Mazza's. Hopefully we keep getting some more, so let's just do a round of applause for. Next, I just want to let the public know I will miss our next meeting coming up on April 2nd. That's spring break. I'm taking a trip with my family, but we'll be in good hands. Alderperson Garrell will be up here leading the way. So I just wanted the public to know I have a planned vacation with my family, and you'll be in good hands with Alderperson Garrell over there. So thank you very much. And then last but not least, I want to give a huge shout out. We had some big news, St. Louis news. So we got news for St. Louis for the huge fire we had recently. And I want to say, it's a minor miracle that that fire did not spread. Because of the high winds, the situation, there's a thunderstorm. Our guys responded, they did great, and that's just a testament to how professional the fire, police, and I believe our street department even kicked in. And I wanted, our chief, just really quick, if you want to give an update, just how you responded and just how great you guys did overall.
Yeah, I can just give a quick little 2-minute summation of the incident. So Sunday afternoon, dispatched for a possible fire at the bowling alley. When the crews got on scene, it was apparent there was a deep-seated fire in that bowling alley, with not anybody being around on that side of the building. It's hard to say how long it actually burnt before we were notified, but the neighbor to the east notified the fire department. As soon as our crews arrived on scene, they saw some pretty dark yellow smoke, which indicates to us that it's already in the structure. Chad Dooley was the acting captain that day and did a great job upgrading the alarm immediately, recognizing that he was going to need help. He also made the correct call of not sending anybody in under that roof structure. Just because of known history with that building, we knew that they had chicken wire in there holding insulation up in the attic, which would trap a firefighter if it came down on them and likely cause the demise. So Chad did a great job as acting captain that day, made the right call, got the right help coming. I arrived within 15 to 20 minutes and did my walk around face to face with Chad and took over the operation at that time, and Chad went to work. That's when I began calling in more resources, shifting the focus of we're not going to put this fire out, we're going to keep anything else from burning. We made that very clear that that was our tactic to every incoming company. Nobody get under the roof, nobody get hurt, but we do not want to burn the garage or the house to the east or even across the road. The wind was so strong that day. It was 25-mile-per-hour sustained winds at the time of the fire, gusting upwards of 40 at sometimes during the incident. And the fireball at one time was almost to the house across and to the west of the fire. So we had spot fires happening in the hayfield. The guys were all handling that. I can't think enough of the mutual aid partners that came. There's a whole list of them, but especially the Jess McKee from Carlinville, who acted as our staging officer, Donnie Kaiser from Witt, who acted as our water supply on the east end of the incident and supplied their ladder truck with a tender shuttle, just because we didn't have enough water coming. Even though that's right up the road from the water treatment plant, the volume of water that we were spraying, it was just, we had 4 master stream devices going at one time. So upwards of 2,000 gallons a minute, maybe a little more, because we had some hand lines in operation at the same time. So just a big shout out to all the crews. I don't want to leave anybody out, so I'm not going to try to, off the top of my head, go down the list. But everybody surrounding was there, and everybody came to help and didn't ask questions and did exactly what they were told. And that was what led to the success of it not spreading and keeping everybody safe. So I just want to reiterate that, we couldn't have done it without mutual aid. Also, all of our people that came back for the call, Dave Rogers came all the way back from Wood River. He was in Wood River at a kids wrestling or baseball practice, something down there. Saw exactly what it was and just headed back. So that's the type of people that we have working here, and, it's because of that nothing else matters, so.
Okay, thank you for the summary, and I just want to reiterate how proud we are of you, our entire team. Our police department had Route 16 shut down, that was quite the endeavor. I know our street crew helped a little bit as well. It was just an overall team effort, and I'm very proud of everyone. So please pass on our regards, Adam, and how about a round of applause for them? Next up here, is there anything else from the floor with the city report? Anybody else have anything you want to add?
I did want
Oh,
to
go
add
ahead.
a couple things. First of all, I wanted to make mention how excited I was. One of our citizens, one of my constituents, and also my colleague at work, and put together a petition to offer to the post office to let them know the public is hoping for a solution here. I think she got 500 names, Mrs. Lily Jones. We were able to submit that to the post office. I love seeing that because that's the community in action. That's people taking care of the civic processes and doing that, and that's awesome. I also had a couple questions, just real quick, if I could, for Briam. The first one is, can you give us an update on what's going on with the animal plan, as
Sure.
best you can?
So National Primer still remains on track. I do not yet have a groundbreaking date, but I do know that they plan to have a groundbreaking ceremony, so we'll be sharing that as soon as we have that date. But they do remain on track, and I have been having several meetings with their engineers and their team, so they are moving forward as planned. We're very excited to walk with them.
That's great. Another thing I wanted to ask you about was, I know I asked you, probably, I don't think it was last meeting, maybe the meeting before, I asked you a little bit about the streets in Ward 3. I know there were, things didn't go planned in the summer the way we hoped that they would have, and we're hoping to maybe see those streets redone again. You were gonna meet with the engineers. Can you give us an update on what you know?
Sure. So myself and the Public Works team did meet with our engineers. We do have a plan going forward for our oil and shipping program this year. They've also been out spot testing some areas, because we are going to be redoing some of the streets that are still having issues. So, I do think we have a good plan in place to take care of that issue, and we are spot testing to make sure that what we do works.
Thank you.
Perfect, thank you for bringing that up, Josh. I just want to say the post office box is now on the north side of the post office for the public. It's a lockup box, but we have a box, and we're still working with the post office to hopefully get a drive-up box. We will see, fingers crossed, okay?
Excellent.
Great question. Next, we had public participation, and do we have somebody signed up?
I don't believe so.
All right, nobody signed up for the public participation. We already appointed Rob. Now we'll move on to other business here. We'll need a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes from the March 5th, 2026 meeting. Would someone like to make a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion.
Alderperson Hughes, second. Alderperson Garrow. Any amendments or corrections? Roll call, please.
Darrell.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Huffman. Kellenberger.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we need a motion to approve the expenditure report and payroll report for the current period. Would someone like to make that motion, please? Three of them. Alderperson Huffman, Alderperson Zumwalt. First and a second. Any discussion or questions about the expenditure reports? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Darrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Motion carries. There is no old business. Moving on to new business. We'll start with administration and Alderperson Hughes, please.
All right. I'd like to make a motion to approve the renewal of health insurance for the city employees effective May 1st, 2025 to April 30th, 2026 through Assured Partners.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Hughes. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Sisson seconds, and the floor is open. And Brand, I believe the video is for this.
Yes, so I'll give a brief overview, and then I will turn it over to Carson Bauer. He is on our insurance brokerage team. So the city this year, we received quotes from 2 companies, and 2 declined to quote us. So currently we are with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. They proposed a 10% increase this year, which given how we ran, we actually felt was pretty reasonable. And I will let Carson get into why we think that may be the case. The other quote that we received was from United Healthcare. They quoted 13% under what we received last year. We have checked on their coverage. They have an A+ rating as a carrier. we checked with all of the local doctor's offices, hospitals to make sure that they are in network. Our employee engagement committee and the city administration does recommend going forward with that United Healthcare proposal. I'll let Carson give, some brief highlights and then answer any questions you may have. Oh, I don't think we can hear. Oh,
Carson,
hold on
hold on.
one second,
Hold on.
Carson.
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
We'll get your
We
volume
can't
fixed,
hear the
Carson.
volume.
And while we're fixing your volume, I'll just mention for the public that part of this, Brianne, picking our new insurance, our employees are directly involved. There's a committee
Yes.
of employees that help make this
Yes.
decision.
We have an employee engagement committee consisting, at least one employee, from every department was invited to participate.
I don't know what this
it's a great
does.
group.
Is
The
he got?
speaker's wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Volume might just be a little low on the computer.
Two over.
There you go. Max it out.
How about now, buddy?
Can you hear me now?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Hold on.
Let's see, okay.
Mic up there?
We're on all
Number
this.
is the.
I can grab it. Hold on there. Mic up there.
Oh, is it coming through?
Those little volumes.
Let's see. That might be it. I might have to pick headphones. Good call.
Our fire chief also does IT.
Don't mind my ugly.
Puts out fires in more ways than one.
All right, try it now.
No,
Nope.
barely.
That's good, that's good.
Is it coming over
I
there?
can't hear where it's
I
coming
think it's coming from me. It's coming from me.
Just crank the amplifier.
Yes.
I'm not gonna
Crank
do
the
that, that works
amplifier.
out. Pick it up again.
Haven't been talking.
All right, can you talk, Carson?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Perfect, perfect. So I took my camera off because I am on my phone. I'm in Florida on family vacation, but I wanted to hop on because I know this is important for everyone. So like Brianne mentioned, our loss ratio that we received from Blue Cross Blue Shield was significantly high, meaning that we gave Blue Cross less than what they paid out in claims. Typically when that happens, we expect to see not a great renewal. For some reason, Blue Cross gave us a relatively reasonable renewal based on how our claims ran. But like we do every year, we went out to market to see if there were any options available, to reduce costs and things like that. And this year, we did. United Healthcare came in with like Brian mentioned, a 13% reduction in rate across the board. So that is, very significant reduction in cost. And the plan designs are very similar to what we have with Blue Cross. We've done that, kind of behind the scenes legwork to make sure there's not going to be a big disruption in care or disruption in access to providers or hospitals or things like that. And then one other note that I did want to point out is that the prescription drug copays actually are getting better with United Healthcare. So I think overall it is a positive for all parties involved. And we're excited to bring an option to reduce costs, because in these days and age, especially with health insurance, that is very, very rare.
Yes, and I do want to note that two things in cost reduction that this does allow for is under all three of our collective bargaining agreements. All of our union employees will have two plans that are free to that, at no cost to them. So that is a big deal. United Healthcare is also more reasonable to add dependents onto. So Blue Cross Blue Shield charges, I believe, Carson, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 times as much to add dependents. United Healthcare is double, so you're getting a third lower cost there, and that has been something we've heard from employees, as it's too costly to add dependents under the current plan.
Yep.
Bert Holloway, I'm Ward 3 Alderman. My wife works for Hillsborough Health, and they just switched insurance companies at the beginning of the year to United Health, so I've done a lot of research. Plus, United Health has been in the news for all the wrong reasons. over the last 24 months. One of the biggest complaints and the things that scare me are authorization for treatment and pre-existing conditions. Has that been researched, or are there going to be any issues there? Has United Health changed their stance on some of those? Because I know that's one of the bigger things with United Health is getting things approved that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, so, oh, go ahead, Brandon.
No, I was gonna direct it to you. I know you guys have done your homework, so.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. United Healthcare has been in the news for all the wrong reasons, for a variety of different reasons. You know, of course, everyone knows about the CEO and what happened to him in New York. But when it comes to pre-existing conditions, so, you know, they can't deny someone the ability to come onto the plan based on health conditions or any, you know, pre-existing type diagnosis that they have. The prior authorization component is something that's becoming more and more problematic regardless of the insurance carrier. So whether it's Cigna or Aetna or United Healthcare or Blue Cross Blue Shield, that's something that's becoming a bigger and bigger issue as health insurance companies are making it a little bit more difficult to get things passed through the system and approved. I don't foresee it being an issue. I haven't had major concerns or issues shared with me from any of my other clients that have United Healthcare, so I don't foresee that being you know, anything different than how Blue Cross operates. So I don't think that should be of, you know, concern in this scenario, especially based on, you know, our relationship with the insurance companies. We tend to have good success when things like that do come up. We have different contacts we can go to and expedite that process so that people aren't waiting, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks to get things taken care of, especially when they're urgent situations, whether it be cancer treatment or things like that.
And speaking of cancer treatments, I just had a quick question. A few years back, Springfield Clinic, and I forgot if it was Blue Cross or United, they were kind of fighting. So Springfield's included, there's no major carriers around here?
So the carriers that I have been reach out to were, Litchfield Family Practice, Litchfield Hospital, which is the HS network, Springfield Clinic, and SSN. They were all in network. We did ask the Employee Engagement Committee if there were any other carriers they wanted checked, and they felt that that pretty well covered it. Our brokers did say that most who accept Blue Cross are also accepting United. That's pretty well known.
Good, glad to hear that. Any further questions for him? All right, hearing none, roll call, please.
Huffman. Kellenberger. Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes. Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson. Garrell. Zumwalt.
All right, motion carries. Next, move on to item number 2, building and zoning. Alderperson Zumwalt, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution approving and authorizing a demolition agreement for the demolition of a structure located at 115 East South Street, pin number 15-04-134-006.
All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Zumwalt. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Huffman seconds. Any discussions or comments on this? This is a strong communities grant. Just wanted to make that note for the public. Roll call, please.
Zumwalt. Huffman. Kellenberger. Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes. Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson. Garrell.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 3, Alderperson Zumwalt, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution approving and authorizing a demolition agreement for the demolition of a structure located at 1221 North Van Buren, pin number 10-33-186-007.
All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Zumwalt, a second from Alderperson Huffman. Any discussion about this strong community grant demolition? Roll call, please.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes. Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson. Garrell. Zumwalt. Huffman. Kellenberger.
Motion carries. Moving on to Alderperson Zumwalt, please.
I make a motion to approve a resolution making separate statements of finding of fact in connection with an ordinance granting a special use permit for a short-term rental property in the S1 single family residential district located at 508 East Water Street.
All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Zumal. Can I get a second? Alderperson Huffman seconds. Any discussion about this, S1 family residential, temporary rental Airbnb? Roll call, please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson. Aye. Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Zumal, you're up again.
I make a motion to approve an ordinance granting a special use permit for a short-term rental in the S1 single-family zoning district located at 508 East Water Street.
All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Zumal and a second. Alderperson Huffman seconds. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Motion carries. Alderperson Zumal, you're up again. Item number 6.
I make a motion to approve a special use permit to allow for a short-term rental property in a residential district located at 501 East Water Street. 508, I'm sorry. PIN number 15-04-401-029.
We have a motion from Alderperson Zumal and a second from Alderperson Huffman. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 7, Alderperson Zumal, one more.
I make a motion to approve a resolution approving a large-scale development plan for 414 North Old Route 66.
All right, we have a motion and a second on the floor from Alderperson Holloway. Any discussion on this item?
This is west-west.
Roll call, please.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Moving on. Next up, Alderperson Garcia, is that next? All right, you're up, Alderperson Garcia.
I make a motion to approve a professional services agreement with HMG Engineers for design and permitting services for the Phase 3 Water System Improvements Project for an amount not to exceed $76,500.
All right, we have a motion on the floor from Alderperson Garcia. Can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garrell seconds. Any discussion on this?
This is potentially to get a grant, the plans to have ready to apply for a grant.
Yes.
Great question. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Abstain.
Huffman.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Perfect. Next, tourism. Finish us off, Alderperson Hughes.
I make a motion to approve payment to the Montgomery County Economic Development Corporation for tourism promotion services through Great Rivers and Routes for an amount not to exceed $18,000.
All right, we have a motion from Alderperson Hughes. Can I get a second, please, from the floor? Alderperson Sisson, I saw her hand first for the second. Any discussion on this? I will note, I saw on the write-up that it's less than it was in years past, correct?
So previously, the city of Litchfield has contracted directly with Great Rivers and Routes. It was a $40,000 contract. We are a member of MCEDC, the Montgomery County Economic Development Commission. They are now going to contract with Great Rivers and Routes, and we will get services through their contract as one of their members. Given that Litchfield is one of the larger populations in the area, and we are right on Route 66, our share of that is $18,000.
Great. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we'll need a motion to enter into executive session as allowed under the Illinois Open Meeting Act, as found in Chapter 5 of the Illinois Compiled Statutes, Section 120, to address these certain and restricted items. Take it away, Mike.
Discussion of minutes of meeting lawfully closed under this act, 5 ILCS 120/2-2C21. Appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees, 5 ILCS 120/2-2C1. and the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, 5 ILCS 120/2C5.
Perfect, can I get a motion to enter into closed session to discuss those items? I have a motion from Alderperson Zuma, can I get a second, please? Alderperson Garcia, seconds. Roll call, please.
Kellenberger.
Aye.
Holloway.
Aye.
Hughes.
Aye.
Garcia.
Aye.
Sisson.
Aye.
Garrell.
Aye.
Zumwalt.
Aye.
Huffman.
Aye. Motion carries, we are now in closed session, if you please make your way out. Thank you guys.